Hey, I'm Ray Latif with BevNet. I'm here with Todd Carmichael, the founder and CEO of La Colombe. We're at Natural Products Expo West 2017. Todd, thanks so much for being with me.
Thank you. It's a pleasure.
You know, this seems familiar. I think we might have done this a year ago.
Exactly a year ago today, right?
Yeah. And La Colombe has been growing like crazy since. You've really built out the RTD business. You've created this new production facility in Michigan.
That's right, yeah.
Let's start with the RTD business. Not only have you really expanded the lineup, but you've increased distribution dramatically over the past year. Where are you guys now in terms of points of distribution and regions in the country?
Well, you know, it's changing every minute. Even if I gave you a number now, by next week it would be a bit higher. I'd say total right now, a good figure to think about is in that kind of 5,000 to 8,000 points of distribution. We hope to move that up through the year, and by the end of summer, we're talking about 30,000.
Wow.
Yeah.
And is it mostly conventional? Is it natural? Is it convenience?
Well, you know, we like the whole mix. I mean, every category we're represented in, traditional, even club.
In terms of the building up production, I mean, you know, you have to create a lot of product to sell a lot of places. You built a new production facility in Michigan.
That's correct,
it was completed pretty recently. You know, what's that like? What's that like being not only on the sales and marketing side, but the production side of the business?
Well, you know, we're a company that's 23 years old, and we've been making things that whole time. So making our own things isn't something that's completely foreign to us, but it's true. It's a big pill to swallow. It's a 60,000 square foot plant with a filler that can move at about 60,000 cans an hour. So, you know, it was a big challenge. It was a lot of work for 120 days. But now that it's behind us, we have all the freedom in the world.
All the freedom in the world and a lot of opportunity to innovate on your own.
That's right.
You know, your cafe business is also growing, and we'll talk about that in a second. But a lot of the inspiration you get is from what you're pouring on draft in your cafes, sort of migrating to RTD. You've got a couple new products here at the show.
That's right.
Can you talk about those?
Well, ultimately, we have this firm belief that nothing is ever truly finished. And our aim is to liberate the crafted coffee experience from the cafes and bring it out to retailers like you're talking about. And with that in mind, when we look at the bar, we look at things that we think other people might want to try that live outside of our retail envelope. The cafes, we have good representation on the Northeast. We have about 25 cafes. We'd like to up that to about 40 cafes. So we're opening 5 to 6 cafes in LA in the next couple months, and in Miami, and we always have an eye for neighborhoods that are looking for people like La Colombe.
As far as the new products that you have, you've got a chai, you've got a coconut milk mocha.
That's right.
What went into the kind of production of those products, and how did you get them to kind of fit the same mold and the same quality that you're known for with your other RTD products and your draft products in cafes?
Well, we have a very small R&D department. It's myself and 2 other people. We meet every single morning, and we begin working our product. We try to figure out the next thing that we'd be proud of. We look at what's happening at the bar. We recognize that not everyone drinks milk. Milk isn't a part of everyone's diet, so we started searching for milk substitutes that we were happy with. And we finally settled on that coconut because, one, we like the fact that it doesn't have a huge water footprint like almond does and cashew and all these other nuts. We weren't going to go soy for the obvious reasons. And when we discovered a coconut farm in Sumatra that's outside of a farm that I've been working with in coffee for a while, we realized let's begin using that one.
You've entered the tea space with your new chai product, which is pretty phenomenal.
Thank you. Yeah.
What's the thinking there? What's the thinking in terms of getting into the tea category?
Well, I guess the inspiration started in India. I source coffee from India and as well as Ethiopia, where chai is quite common. And I had it there and realized this is potentially a very beautiful drink. And then I started looking at the cafes across the United States, like the Green Mermaid and the rest of them. They sell a great deal of chai, so I realized that there's a fit here. So we went to work and trying to make the very best one possible. And I think we achieved it.
Yeah, you also have some new seasonal products too. You have a pumpkin spice, a peppermint mocha, also both of which are pretty fantastic.
Thank you, yeah.
Is that something that's going to be, is it going to be seasonal, or are they going to be entering the permanent lineup?
Well, the intent is they're seasonal. And you know, I got to admit, you know, when the team came to me and said, Todd, you got to create a pumpkin spice. I told them, forget it, I wasn't going to do it. Because most all pumpkin spice is chemicals. And I didn't, no self-respecting coffee guy wants to put chemicals in his coffee. So I said, well, if I'm going to do it, I'll have to do it with real pumpkin and real spice. And so I started seeking the best pumpkin I could. I found it in Mexico, brought it back. And I thought I would make it and it would be disgusting and I would tell everyone, see, it can't be done. But we opened the first one, and I was blown away. That to the degree that I think in terms of seasonal, it's absolutely my favorite.
As far as the can itself is something that is really innovative, and we talked about this last year. Are people or consumers really understanding the difference of what you're selling? And if not, what are you doing to increase education and awareness about the differences between your product and other coffee products on the market?
I think, words mean things, but the one that speaks the loudest is trying the product. So we're big on experiential. Cans and hands, just cans and hands. And once you taste it once, you don't have to know the science behind it. You can feel it, and you can taste it.
So you have a team out there, or you have multiple teams out there just tasting everywhere.
We're roaming the cities as we speak. And that's why things like this event is important to us.
Yeah.
We get to meet people and have them experience what we do. It's that one taste. I mean, once you've tried it, then you're hooked. You can't go back.
So once again, a year later, did you see, or what are some of the biggest challenges that you've seen? What's this ride been like over the past year?
It's been a ride at that. I felt like I've been shot into space. I mean, the G's have been insane. And, we're an aggressive company, and I'm an aggressive thinker. And it was taking that step of saying, you know what, we're not going to co-pack. We're going to make our own plant. And saying it and doing it and finishing it are two different things. It's like, I feel like we've given birth to about 19 different kids. It was just, a beautiful experience, but a big, big challenge to do it right.
All right, Todd, thanks so much for the time. This has been great. You guys have a pretty amazing brand and products, and it's going to be interesting to see how you guys develop as the year goes on.
All right, thank you. Again next year, all right?
2018 is coming again, yeah.
2018.
All right.